Rajiv Ram to serve.
That's right. It'll be Rajiv Ram, the
Ready.
40-year-old American to serve.
Play.
With the Rampras serve. Looks very much like the Pete Sampras wind up. The front toe up.
Finland.
These are two doubles teams, Nico, that have played together now for quite some time. They are not a fly-by-night duo. These guys travel together. They work out together. They probably eat all their meals together. They can probably finish all of each other's sentences at this point. They see more of each other than they do their families, probably.
Right off the bat.
30-15.
The atypical formation, almost an I formation, but just not quite. But Salisbury stays on the outside.
Oh, big return down the line for a winner.
That's Yol. That's it.
Well done getting back to Joe Salisbury, and 3 seeds are on the board as we change ends here on Grandstand.
First game.
Completely opposite in terms of intensity. Ram very chill, very relaxed, smooth in his movement. Salisbury has the intensity. It's paid off for them.
Jackson Withrow to serve.
All right, so it'll be Jackson Withrow, the 31-year-old, born in Omaha, Nebraska. Played his college tennis at Texas A&M, an NCAA finalist in 2016, with a fine singles player on tour, Arthur Rinderknecht. They were doubles partners at A&M. They lost to the UCLA duo of McDonald and Redlicki. Mackie McDonald having himself a fine career as well. A lot of talent on that court in the 2016 NCAA finals. Fantastic from all 4 players. Rajiv Ram with those defensive lobs to keep his team in the point until they can try to get offensive. How about the hands, Nico? I shouldn't be surprised. These guys are 4 of the best volleyers in the world.
Thirty, 15. Fourteen, 15. Game. Lammons Withrow. 1 game on.
Lammons and Withrows had a tough time in the previous 2 matches, winning 6-4 in the third and 7-5 in the third. So they've been challenged to get to this third round. Ram and Salisbury 7-5 in the third. In the first round, straight sets against Glasspool and Hijikata in the second round.
Joe Salisbury to serve.
Margins are so small in the double specialty.
That's a heck of a return from Nathaniel Lammons.
Love 15.
I was talking to one of the best to ever do it, Mark Woodford, right before we walked in this match, and talking to him about those margins, you know, and what does it take. He said they keep a book. They used to keep a book, him and his partner, Todd Woodbridge, famous Woodies. So they kept the book with all the details, and they kept adding to it about their opponents. But mainly, margins are so small, but the guys with the more confidence usually are the ones out on top. 6 Wimbledon titles for the Woodies. Then Todd Woodbridge went on to win 3 more
Last
with Jonas Bjorkman.
Hall of Famers, both of them, all of them.
9 Wimbledons. No, Jonas hasn't made it.
Yeah, maybe one day, or maybe not.
He got to number 4 in singles too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, injuries.
I don't think he
Cut his
has.
career
I don't think his numbers will get him there. But certainly a very fine tennis player.
And a fine coach as well.
Yes.
The Woodies are in. Absolute legends,
Love 40.
the 2 of them.
Yeah, doubles pairs can decide if they go in together. In the case of the Bryants, who are coming up next year, that will be their decision.
Well, I can't imagine the Bryans going in separately. I mean, they are they're twins, for crying out loud.
Meanwhile, triple break point here for the American pair.
That's good luck. Tough one to let go. And 1 break point save.
Good hands there
15, 40.
by Lammons off of this shot here.
A heck of a reaction from Salisbury, too, off the net cord. And then thought about it.
That was close.
And let it go.
It's a tough shot because you have the zone in your face, and you don't want to
13,
kill the
40.
guy at the net, but you want to get it by him. Was being brave break point down does not help either.
And you could see Salisbury checking his toss to make sure that he could see it through the sun. Round low in the I formation, now stays his ground, and that was actually a tremendous get from Withrow, but just couldn't keep it in the court.
Use.
On most every other court in the world, that ball just leaves the court, but of course grandstand, there's a lot of room out there. Hard to put a ball away.
Advantage, Salisbury. Touch. Use.
Oh, very quickly, 3 break points gone. Doubles matches at this level, Nico, as you were talking about the small margins, it's usually a few points here or there that determine the entire match. And sometimes it's whether or not you can capitalize on opportunities, and that was 3 of them that Lammons and Withrow just had.
Done again with a good body serve.
Advantage, Withrow.
Have a 4th chance to break.
And there is the breaker serve. They'll change ends, and the team of Lammons and Withrow will serve into the sun, leading 2-1 on grandstand.
Lammons, Withrow. It's 2-1.
The Mets are playing the Boston Red Sox at home. Definitely changes the dynamic around the area. The Mets were on the road for the first week of the U.S. Open. In fact, the first 2 weeks they were on the road. Finds the seam, does Joe Salisbury.
It's amazing how doubles has changed. Look at all the positional strategies that we have between the 2 teams. It becomes very technical. That was precisely my conversation with Mark Woodford
Love 30.
about those little details, and he says attention to detail and confidence, because it's just incredibly surprising that almost the same teams come out on top with those small margins.
So true. The fact that Grom and Salisbury have won 19 straight matches here.
Yep.
And 3 straight U.S. Opens is crazy when you actually watch the men's doubles and realize that every match can kind of go either way at this level. They just win.
They just keep winning. Yep. Outstanding.
Well, that's a heck of a volley from Withrow.
Lammons and Withrow are tied with the pair that played before on this court with 4 titles this season. Yeah.
And if you're going by current form alone, you got to give it to Withrow and Lammons just with the events that they won. They won all the events leading into the U.S. Open. But Rahm and Salisbury have a break point to get the break back. This is the tough side of the court to serve on, where the right-handed server has to deal with the sun. You can see the shadows. The sun's right in front of Lammons. Oh, and that caught the line.
Game.
I thought it was going out until it landed, Nico. Not sure he meant to hit it that well.
It's a camera angle on this court. It's a little steeper
2 against all.
than on the two main stadiums.
So we're right back where we started. Beautiful day and a perfect time to download the US Open app, where you can follow your favorite players, track scores and stats. You can watch match highlights and get player news as well. It's available on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
You can get lost in that app for a while.
I also found that it's a very handy complement to watching the tennis, because you get the stats right there as you're watching, and you can see the live scores from around the grounds. And there's Rajiv Rahm and Joe Salisbury's coach David O'Hare.
30 love.
Rajiv Rahm and his Olympic doubles partner Austin Krajicek played the party pooper in Paris. They're the ones who took out Nadal and Alcaraz.
Not popular.
No, that was not a popular. That was not a popular result. As much as we like Rajiv and Joe, that was a pretty fun. Nadal Alcaraz was a fun duo while it lasted. Great hands from Jackson Withrow. And not quite yet for Rahm and Salisbury.
40-15.
Great shot making from the start in this one. Look at the reflexes by all 4 of them. Whew. From way down, close to the ground.
Oh. 40-30. Yes.
Well, how about this for a change of events here? It was 40 love, cruising right along. Remember, Rahm and Salisbury were broken in their last service game, but that was when Joe Salisbury was serving into the sun. This is more self-inflicted, Nico. Rahm and Salisbury, really, Rajiv Rahm, his serve has gone off the rails. Not there, though.
Advantage run.
Serve was always Rajiv's strong point. Very tough to break in singles. Imagine in doubles, where he only has to cover half the court.
Yeah, no surprise, his 2 ATP doubles titles were on the grass of Newport, Rhode Island. 2007 and 2015, he won titles there. I meant singles. Those are his singles titles. He's got 31 doubles titles. He's won on every surface in doubles. Yes. Matters not.
Only 2.
Game.
And Rom holds. A little tougher than he would have liked, but it's 3-2. We're on serve in the first set on grandstand.
Salisbury leads 3 games to 2. First set.
Stadium in the middle. The grandstand is the 3rd largest of the venues here at the tennis center, and the largest fully open air stadium here. Seats 8,000 plus. That plus has to do with standing room at the top. Oh, so crafty.
Love 15.
Joe Salisbury with that beautiful one-handed topspin lob winner. Well disguised.
Final.
That's so good.
Thirty 15. At 40-15.
At this point, the number 13 seeds just seem to be playing with a bit more confidence than the 3-time champions. Took a big chance there just because they're 40-15 up.
That's it.
Charge there off the ball down the middle with his forehand.
Yes.
Called off his partner and then found some room. With a big chance inside the paint. Just too good. Probably the best individual player of all these 4 on court right now.
And that's a big first serve from Jackson Withrow.
Advantage. Withrow. Game. Lammons Withrow.
Close.
3 against all.
At the net.
First set.
So important to split those shots down the middle.
15 love. Touch. 15 all.
Easy decision there for Rajiv at the net.
13-10.
40 years of age at the moment.
Rajiv plays like he's a guy who's sort of seen it all. He never seems rushed or really that bothered out there.
Yeah, he's easy. He's not easy to read.
He just turned the racket head ever so slightly, like a windshield wiper. Just turns it.
Rajiv has won 4 majors.
14-15.
Talked about 3 U.S. Opens. He has 1 Australian Open in 2020. Also with Salisbury.
Ron Salisbury.
Like few others can, and they hold
New
to
balls,
4-3.
please. Ron Salisbury lead 4 games to 3 per set.
So the strings don't move.
It's
15 love.
Jackson Withrow serving now. Excuse me, it's Lammons. I apologize, Nathaniel Lammons, who's looking into the sun.
He took the responsibility. That's why they deferred to then choose the side.
And that way they could start serving not into the sun. And Lammons said, I'll do it. Took the bullet for his team. That's just long from Salisbury. Well, as you said, Nico, some players are more affected by it than others.
Well, the ones with dark eyes.
Are affected or not? The light eyes are usually affected.
Light eyes,
yeah,
it's a killer.
I can agree with that from experience as a blue-eyed human myself.
Oh. 30-15.
Just lightning fast. Lammons and Withrow trying to absorb. Robin Salisbury peppering them. And the 3-time defending champs get the better of it here. Big moment, Nico, now. It's 3-4, 30 all serving into the sun for Lammons and Withrow. And that's wide. from Nathaniel Lammons, and a break chance for the team of Rom and Salisbury. What a tremendous second serve under pressure.
Yes.
Took a big risk there, Nico.
Yeah, Rajiv was inside the baseline, put some pressure, but good save there by the American pair.
Advantage, Lammons.
Rajiv Ram purely struck.
Yes.
Caught it right in the perfect spot.
Second break point coming for the number 3 seeds and the 3-time defending champions.
Advantage, Ram. Yes.
Talked about small margins and great lunging there from Withrow at the net.
Advantage, Lammons. Game. Lammons, Withrow.
Is quite the escape from Lammons and Withrow, saving 2 great
all.
chances that would have given Rom and Salisbury the opportunity to serve for the set. Instead, it is 4-all.
Here, love. 30-11. $30-15. $14-15.
Not quite yet.
40-30.
Big return from Jackson Withrow that Joe Salisbury couldn't handle, but still another point for 5-4 for the team of Lammons Salisbury.
Game. Lammons Salisbury. Lammons Salisbury lead 5-4. First set.
We have reached the business end of set number 1 on Grandstand. Entertaining so far, not a lot between these two teams.
One break per side. That was early in this set. Some chances, particularly for Lammons and Withrow. But tremendous level here on the court.
Lammons and Withrow had love 40 on the Rajiv Ram serve in one of his games. They came back, did Lammons Salisbury to hold. And then in Lammons' last service game at 4-all, that was a real tricky situation. 2 break points for the team of Lammons Salisbury.
$40-11. That's game. Lammons Withrow.
All right, that's about the smoothest hold as we've seen all day, to tell you the truth.
Much needed.
5-all. First set.
I'll tell you this, Nico. If Lammons Salisbury can hold here, they actually have a pretty good shot, because they're going to have to switch sides. And it's Lammons who's had the most difficult time serving into the sun. That's what he would have to do, either to serve out the set or to stay in the set. But they need to hold here, Salisbury and Ram first.
Love 15.
From Lammons. Although my whole theory is starting to go away, because as I look into the sky, Nico, the cloud cover is starting to come. The sun is going to get blocked a little bit by the clouds. I'm sure that all the players are happy for that.
$18-all.
Lammons Salisbury, Nico, are so vocal with each other. You can hear them so clearly. Here, I'm going to go here. You're going to serve there.
It's strange. That's the most talkative you'll ever see Rajiv Ram.
It's on the court, which is the exact opposite of everyone else. That's hilarious.
Salisbury, such a disciplined player, does everything by the book. Good moving there. He's 6'3". Tallest guy on the court.
That's all.
All right, danger time here on the Salisbury serve. 5-all, 30-all.
It's a great angle there. Beautiful serve by the British player.
Game. Ram Salisbury.
Ram and Salisbury do their part. They hold for 6-5.
Ram Salisbury leads 6 games to 5.
This set will either end or we'll go to a tiebreak after they change ends on grandstand.
Final. Mr. Ram has regretted to see the replay on the right service line.
And again, this isn't a challenge. This is just, I want to see how close that was. Caught all of the line. Nico, for any number of reasons, I would think that guys who played a couple decades ago, like you did, that you could look at today's game and be like, man, I would have loved that. The prize money obviously being one of them. What about the electronic line calling? Do you wish they had it when you played?
Oh, yes. It would save me a few headaches and a few frames. It's just so much better to have certainty.
Yes. As a fan, I like it too. It gets uncomfortable after a while when you start seeing people question everything.
I just can't get used to it. It's very strange.
Game. Lammons Crystal.
All right, makes sense. Here we go.
First set, tiebreak. First set, tiebreak.
Is the thing that actually broke the camel's back there, because Rajiv Ram wasn't letting anything go by.
That's one way to get through them. Very unlucky for Ram there, but good start for the American pair.
Two zero. Lammons, Withrow. Three zero. Lammons, Withrow.
And Ram and Salisbury find themselves in a big hole here. It's 4-love to start this first set tiebreak.
Yeah, they just look much more dynamic from the start. Still anybody's match right now.
Five zero. Lammons, Withrow.
Might still be anyone's match, but this set is very quickly getting away from the number 3 seeds and the 3-time defending champions. All right, so Ram and Salisbury are on the board.
5-1.
But Lammons and Withrow is still in command, leading 5-1 as they change ends in the first set tiebreak. Ram and Salisbury only needed to come from a set down once last year en route to their 3rd straight U.S. Open title, but it came in the final against Bopana and Ebden, who, by the way, are the last team to win 3 straight U.S. Open titles. So that was quite a championship match a year ago.
Six one.
Disastrous tiebreaker for the number 3 seeds. 5 set points for Lammons and Withrow.
And by the way, when they won their first of 3 in a row, they also came from a set down to win against the team of Jamie Murray and Bruno Suarez.
Oh.
6-2. Lammons, Withrow.
And that's 1 set point saved.
Six three. Lammons, Withrow. Let for service. Game.
And the first set
And first
goes
set.
to the 13th seed,
Lammons,
Nathaniel Lammons and Jackson Withrow over the three-time defending
7
champ
games
from
to
Salisbury
6.
in a tiebreak.
Calibration ball abuse warning, Mr. Salisbury.
And this is Nathaniel
Lammons.
Lammons. Serving to start set number 2, he and his partner Jackson Withrow took the first in a tiebreak over the number 3 seeds, Russ Taylor and Nico Pereira on the call as grandstand continues to fill up on this beautiful Monday, Labor Day in the United States. Oh, that's so nice.
We've seen some good
Love it,
points,
Katie.
and the reason is because neither of the teams are making many first serves. They're around 50%, both of them. While Lammons and Withrow much better when they make the first at 95% compared to Ram Salisbury, only 64. But no difference there for
Love it.
Ram, who crushes that forehand.
All right, so down to 91% now. That's only actually the second point they've lost when their first serve goes in. Actually, third in the match. They only lost 2 in the first set. Oh, that is a great overhead from Lammons, too.
15 touch. Fifteen 14. Game. Ram Salisbury. First game, second set.
How about a break to start set number 2 for the team of Ram and Salisbury? There was 1 break each in the first set. Normally 1 break is enough for these guys, for either of these teams. Usually you don't want to give up a break of serve.
They're so experienced. Just dropping a set will not make a difference. They just will not drop an inch in terms of their energy. Rajiv always serves first in this team. Does not matter where the sun is for him. Look at the shadow right behind him, so you can tell the sun is bothering.
Yeah, he took a couple of practice looks at the toss just to see where the sun was. I always found Nico, when looking into the sun, it wasn't and isn't. It's not necessarily trying to hit the serve. It's the next ball. Your eyes have a hard time adjusting off of the sun. You have like black spots. And look, Ram looks completely out of sorts right now.
No, sometimes it's just in a spot that it does not matter where you throw the toss. It's going to bother you. A guy that is as good as Rajiv Ram is shouldn't have any issues, but look at that, lob 30.
And there's a look at the sun. And unfortunately, if you're looking directly into that thing, you're not seeing a whole lot of anything else.
Again, it applies for overheads as well. So great strategy from Lammons and Withrow.
This is going to be interesting on this side of the court, trying to serve and hit overheads until the sun moves a little bit.
Correct.
free throw.
And it's 1-all.
1 game on.
Talk about difficulty on one side. Both teams lost a pair of service games on that side. None on this one.
They
get to keep him now.
They throw another ball in play.
Yes. There has to be 6 balls.
So if a fan keeps a ball at the end of a cycle, suddenly you have a new ball mixed into the old balls.
No, the chair umpires have different levels of
fluffiness,
of use in the balls.
14 left.
And that little pouch they bring in, they have 2 new ones.
How many balls do they have in their pouch?
I would guess 8 to 10.
Game. Lammons free throw.
All right,
New
so
ball,
Lammons
please.
and Withrow hold, and we're now on serve at 2-1 in the second, and the 13th seed took the first on grandstand. But Joe Salisbury will get to serve without having to deal with the sun here, serving at 1-2 in the second to Lammons and Withrow.
Love 15. Final.
Lammons saw the opening. Couldn't quite get it there. That's a big point to win for Raman Salisbury. So Raman Salisbury hold for 2-all in the second. 2 breaks, 2 holds. And you can stay connected to the U.S. Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and WhatsApp. Join the conversation with the hashtag US Open.
15 love.
There's just so much heat coming off that round forehand.
15 all.
When he strikes it clean, that ball comes at you fast.
Thirteen 15.
You can see the intensity and the focus of Lammons and Withrow. I just think they're beating Ram and Salisbury in the energy department.
Fourteen 15.
Boy, it looked for all the world like Withrow was right on top of the ball and it kept moving away. I think he thought he was there and just kept going away.
That's very frustrating.
Well, let's watch the replay here because I thought Withrow was all over it. I think he did too, and it
Just kept tailing away.
yeah. Still another point for 3-2 for Lammons. And again, Lammons is serving into that sun right now. This is the tough place to serve. And those great hands from Withrow. 3-2 to the number 13 seed. Rajiv Ram serves into the sun and tries not to get broken like he did the last time after they change ends.
Love. Love. Third 15.
Oh, that sails long. Off the racket of Joe Salisbury and Lammons and Withrow now, with some scoreboard pressure on the 3 seeds, Ram and Salisbury. 2-3, 30 all. Lammons and Withrow took the first set in a tiebreak. Pivotal moments coming up here on Grandstand.
Touches. Hot. Salisbury.
Pretty big statement from Rahm Salisbury, hanging in there from 30 all, and it's 3 all now.
3 against all. Second set. That's 15 left.
Watch out. Rajiv is starting to heat up now.
Yeah, he can take over a match.
And as you said, Nico, he's probably the most talented tennis player on this court.
Oh, yes. No doubt. Great moving there. Lammons at the net. Very dynamic pair.
14-15. Game.
All right, Lammons and Withrow keep the pressure on the number 3 seeds. They hold for 4-3 and lead by a set to love on Grandstand.
Critical stage here in the second set, and having dropped the first, Salisbury and Rahm can ill afford a hiccup at the moment, or it could be all over very quickly. Done a bit early.
30 love.
I think was Lammons there. Salisbury had no trouble picking that up.
That was a big return to serve
30-15.
from Lammons. Get one more here. The pressure will build on the Salisbury serve. This is Withrow returning in the ad court. And we had a yours situation there where both Rahm and Salisbury thought the partner was going to get the ball, and it ended up dropping.
Well, that was Salisbury's shot just because he has the middle, being a righty.
You can see Lammons know he had that on his racket. He actually had the perfect direction for that little chip lob because it was only backhands that had a chance at it. He just pushed it long, and he knows that was a big chance. But instead, it's a game point for 4-all. Not out of it yet, though.
Yes. Advantage, Salisbury.
Ill-advised from Joe Salisbury to let that go. He thought it was going out.
Yes.
He took the long way to that ball.
My goodness. I bet if somebody got a still frame photo of that mid-flight, I bet it looked pretty cool. Only you don't know the ending to this story. Deuce number 2. Man, how about the hands of Rajiv Ram?
The gun just sticking the racket out there. You never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Beauty of a topspin lob gives Lammons and Withrow a break point for a 5-3 lead in the second. Feels like Salisbury and Rahm have been playing with fire a little bit here on this service game. A couple of points to win the game on their racket. In fairness, Nico, it's been Salisbury who's had the issues in the big moments. We'll see if Lammons and Withrow can try to pick on him here. Break point.
Again, moving a bit too soon made it easy for Salisbury.
Yeah, he actually opened the court for him.
Yep.
I'd like to see him next time fake that move and stay his ground and see what happens.
Advantage, Salisbury. Yes.
Longest game of the match so far. Could be a critical one.
For Jackson Withrow returning in the ad court. And there it is. A breakup serve for the number 13 seeds, and the three-time defending champs are on the ropes. A game away from being eliminated
Second set.
in the third round of the 2024 U.S. Open. It'll be Nathaniel Lammons serving for the match.
This is the difficult side to serve from, so hold your horses. Not over yet.
And right on cue, Lammons throws in a double.
Again.
Only one team has won the U.S. Open 4 years in a row. That would be the pairing of Alexander and Hackett in 1907 to 1910. And Rahm and Salisbury have been trying to get there, but it is match point against Nathaniel Lammons and Jackson Withrow, with match point to take out the three-time defending U.S. Open champions.
Again, 7 match. Lammons Withrow. 2 sets to left. 7-6, 6-3.
The dynasty is over. After 19 straight wins at the U.S. Open, Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury have been vanquished by the American duo of Nathaniel Lammons and Jackson Withrow.
You saw that celebration. Look at the emotion. They have 4 titles this year, but this match we just saw is the biggest win of their young doubles career.